This is George Dearsley of Avante Media with Simon Williams, the man who invented the ethical stance for the cooperative bank. Simon, what is the secret of marketing?
There's so many definitions. You haven't asked for a definition, you've asked for the secret, but I think the definition of meeting consumer needs profitably, I think a focus on that is just so critical, and that's not a secret. Um, I always think marketing strategy is just really about two things. It often gets so overcomplicated. It's about defining your target market and then working out your proposition to that target market. And everything else is just complexity around that. To me, now, defining target market may be broad, and that's fine, but actually working out your proposition or your pitch, I think is. I mean, it's now a very technical subject. Is marketing, so there is a lot of science around it. Definitely, there's a lot of process in working out what your proposition is. It's not just a brainstorm, but ultimately, that is what the marketeer's job is to do. Is to come up with that proposition. And then there's a whole extra set of processes about getting your proposition to the customer, in front of a customer. You design a better mousetrap. People do not flock to you. They need to know you've got a better mousetrap.
Where did the idea for the ethical stance come from?
It came through slogging through the market research cupboard, basically for me. I mean, when I joined the Co-operative Bank in 1988, I was looking for a brand proposition, and I didn't actually have a preconceived idea of what it should be. But like all businesses, quite a lot of market research already existed, and I spent as much time as I could slogging through the old research that had been done. And it was while I was going through that, I was reading some quant data on why customers had joined the bank compared to why customers had joined other banks. And it wasn't that different, frankly. It was parental recommendation or the nearest branch to college or work. But there was an intriguing 5%, a real minority, 5%, that had a reason that no one else had, which was that they'd chosen the Co-operative Bank for ethics.
And suddenly a light went on.
And I mean, it was just interesting. Where was that from? What's that all about? And I mean, the bank didn't have an ethical policy. It had refused to deal with South Africa in the years of apartheid, where others, such as Barclays, for example, were heavily involved with South Africa. But there wasn't much really in the background, so it was clear that people had inferred something about the Co-operative Bank because of its name and because of